Hi, fam. Welcome back. I feel like I know I called myself out in the last video, but I'm calling myself out again because I know that I have a habit of doing this. I make these videos and I say I'm going to keep on it and then I don't. And uh, you know, that's okay. Sometimes I know we live in a world where consistency is a thing. And in order to get forward, we've paved this mindset that we have to be consistent, right? And really, I feel like consistency is really just continuing to show up for yourself. And that can be in many different ways, right? I still show up for myself every single day, even if I'm not recording. And that's okay. But it's been brought to my attention from several people in the last week where this has come up of restarting my YouTube and podcast journey yet again. And doing it from a place of being able to share my wisdom and my knowledge, and also being able to splice this up and put it out there on different platforms, right? Like, why make life harder? And there's been a couple of things that have come up in my reality that I feel called to share because they've been coming up back to back to back. And one of them is that we're all mirrors of each other, right? And if you've watched any of my previous episodes, you know that I talk about this all the time. Like, I preach this. We are all mirrors of each other. We are all fragments, fractals, versions, however you want to say it, of each other. And I bring this up because last week, a close friend of mine and I, which, by the way, guys, I'm recording this as we're entering Leo season. So my birthday is this week, and all of my close friends are all Leos. Shocking, I know. But I was talking with one of my good friends last week, and I was talking about, I've been going on this path, I've been moving forward, and I know what it feels like to be in alignment. And I feel like this path of being an energy healer and all these things, like, I don't know if that's necessarily the path that I'm supposed to be continuing to walk. Because I know what it feels like to be in alignment. I know what flow feels like. And this path that I've been trying to pave for the last few years just hasn't been it. And I'm tired of banging my head up against a wall. And before she said any of the following to me, she's like, I have to give this to you as if I'm talking to myself, because that's essentially what's happening. You are just a different version of me, right? And I was like, all right, give it to me. Because if you know me, I don't sugarcoat shit. I am as real and raw as it gets. And I take pride in being that friend, being that person. And I also value that in other people, because it's not something that everyone can do. I know you might be sitting there thinking, I can do that. I also feel like it might be a Leo thing. That's just a theory. But anyways, not that we have to roll down that path. But what she said was, going forward with this conversation, because I'm like, I keep trying to make fetch, and just fetch is not fucking fetching. So like, and I'm someone who I can alchemize super quick. I'm like, if there's a problem, let's fucking deal with it. Like, I'm a 5-1 in human design. I'm a projector, not to like throw out all the things, but like, it's ways in which I've learned to understand myself. And I am very much like, I'm the person that people come to with their problems, because I generally can fix most problems. And I can be the calm in the storm when it's all happening. And But she said to me, what if you've evolved out of being the healer because you've healed? Yeah. That stung a little bit. I was like, oh man. Yeah, that was real and raw. There was no sugarcoating on that one. I feel like I got Hulk punched. But at the exact same time, I knew exactly what she was saying, and it resonated so deeply. What duality, right? And I've realized, right, that in talking with her, I'm full-blown Leo, guys. Like, and yes, I've evolved out of many things, but like I have 5 Leo placements with a stellium in Leo and my Chiron's in Leo in the 12th house, if you know anything about astrology. And so that's a whole thing in and of itself, right? But as a Leo, we're very creative. Now, everybody is creative in their own way, but Leos have a special flair of creativity to them. They just love to create. We love to create with our big old hearts. And we got into the conversation of, you know, what truly makes you happy? I said, traveling and creating. I love doing energy healing. I know how powerful it is. But I also have been a healer since I was in high school. Over half my life, I've been a healer. And I've been a healer in other lifetimes. And to bring the Russian doll effect into it, right? We are that of our ancestors or that of our elders, right? When my great gram was pregnant with my gram, I was actually already a seed. Wild, right? Same thing on, you know, with my dad's side. My gram, my dad's mom, was a nurse. And long but short backstory is I watched my great gram go through a fall and her hip being broken and all the things when I was a junior in high school. And I decided, you know what, like I might have been a sophomore now that I think about it. Either way, I was like, I want to be a nurse because I want to help. And I put myself in that position, and slowly over time, my creativity began becoming less and less of a thing. I'm someone who's had a camera in her hands since she was the age of 4. Like, creativity has always been my thing. I was always dabbling in sewing and crafting and jewelry making and bejeweling and all the things. And I lost a huge chunk of that when I got married. And it's been really interesting reworking that into my life. And I realized that I took on the healer because that was my family line. That doesn't mean that that's exactly what I came here to do. I took it on because I was breaking all of these generational curses, for lack of a better term, right? All these lessons that had to be learned. And I fully believe that Russian doll effect, like we all go through very similar things until someone evolves out of it. Out of it? Out of it. And that's when you evolve past it. And so it's like, what did my soul actually come here to do, right? And I truly feel like I've evolved out of that because I have healed. I have healed those things. And with that comes healing out of the life that I've built up around and for myself. Being a healer. Burp for confirmation. We love a burp confirmation. And I've been sitting with that a lot over the last couple of days because that hit home when she said that to me. And realizing that I've built up this entire life around being a healer, and ultimately, like, the other thing that it came down to is like, right, but I have all these gifts. What am I supposed to do with them? Like, what good are gifts if we're not meant to share them? And she goes, did you ever think you were giving your gifts away? That they were actually for you? And that they weren't meant to be given away? If we are all mirrors of each other, and we all have gifts, it means we all have gifts to heal ourselves. And so me continuing to do these things for other people does not allow them to step into their full power and also learn how to use their gifts. Just like I learned how to use mine. I know. I'm just gonna let you sit with that for a minute, because I know I got fucking Hulk punch thrown back in my seat. Because when that came forward to me, I was like, oh, fuck. No wonder I've been banging my head against the wall. And as a Life Path 33, I'm here to live life and lead by example. I'm not here to save anyone. I'm not here to fix the broken, because really no one's broken. No one and nothing is broken. But I came here to lead by example. And I'm confident in being able to lead. And at the same time, I'm also equally scared shitless, because I have zero idea what that means for me going forward. As this energy healing has been my life, it's been how I've made money, it's been how I've gotten by. But I also don't desire to keep living the way that I've been living. I've been saying this last couple of days, like everything feels old. I feel like I am putting on ancient clothes. I feel like I'm walking around in an old environment that also seemingly feels mildly new at the same time, but I feel like it's also because I'm a new person, right? And I've felt like I've been trying to take off this shackled backpack for so long. And someone else somewhere along the way last week had said, she was showing a picture of a card, and there was a man carrying a bag of broken sound bowls. And there was another man behind said man who was sitting on the ground with a full set of beautiful sound bowls that he was playing. And she said, are you going to keep dragging the broken pieces with you? You're going to keep dragging those broken pieces around with you everywhere you go. It's not to discredit or dishearten the things that you have experienced, because they all got you to this version of you, but it doesn't mean that you have to keep carrying them. And if we're all mirrors of each other, I've been trying to help so many different versions of me. This is one of those conversations that you're just like, oh, do I have to have that conversation with myself? Do I have to have that conversation with other people, right? Because ultimately, if we're all mirrors of each other, y'all are just mirrors of me. And my hope is that these YouTubes and these podcast episodes and all the things like that, you grasp something from them, even if it's just one thing. And so I want you to know that if you're at a crossroads, my words don't want to come out right today. Exercising my throat chakra. If you're at a crossroads in your life, no, that's okay. I am the transition queen, as I like to say. I'm the detachment queen and the transition queen. I feel like they go hand in hand, honestly. But I'm big on transitions, because I've experienced a lot of transitions in my life. And I typically attract people who are going through transition. Shocker, I know. But just know that if you're at a crossroads in your life and you are being asked to step away from a archetype, if you will, of a version of you that has been built through the pain and the suffering and the trauma and all the things, it's okay to put it down. You don't have to carry it with you for the rest of time. You don't have to wear it as a badge of honor. You can love it and appreciate it and set it down and know that it served its purpose. And know that when you do that, doors begin to open up, opportunities begin to be presented to you, because you put it down and you're not carrying that dead weight anymore. And we all know that we have to put down the old weight, the old things we've been carrying, in order to pick up something new. It's like the box analogy. I love the box analogy, right? You have a box of stuff. It's all your old mementos and things, right? But the box is chock full. You can't fit a single other thing in there. And slowly, because you know that you want something new, there's no room in your current box. And so you slowly start to unpack the box. And you realize that all these things that you've been hanging on to, they serve their purpose. You don't have any more lessons to learn. You don't have anything else to go deeper into. You've done the thing. And basically what this person was saying with these sound bowls is like, are you going to keep dragging around the broken pieces, or are you going to receive the gift that is being given to you? Which is that you can walk away freely, clearly, and know that there is so much life on the other side. And it's beautiful and it's scary, right? But we came here to experience life. We came here to have these experiences. And, you know, in talking to my best friend this morning, who also is a Leo, said, you know, the theme of this week is trust in my class for work. And I thought, And she's like, it really is. We're being asked to trust really big right now. Because we know that on the side of letting things go, that it opens up pathways and doorways for new things to come in. But it can be scary letting go of the old things. And if you're not someone who's used to receiving, right, that can also be a little hard in the beginning. I don't know, I'm speaking from experience. It's like muscle training. You know, with like everything, the more you do it, the easier it gets. It's the same with receiving. And I'm trusting that opportunities will be brought to me. I'm trusting that I don't have to keep carrying around this backpack, that I get to make the choice, that I don't need to have to carry the backpack anymore. And I'm not sure what that's going to look like going forward. I really don't. You know, the goal is to get paid to exist. And whether that's through here, which would be really fucking rad, or traveling, taking photos, being creative, my music taking off. You know, there's so many different avenues in which things can happen, but you have to be willing to give up the old. And this Mercury retrograde, guys, is no joke. I don't usually emphasize Mercury in the Gatorade bucket, but Mercury just be doing her thing up there this time around, especially in Cancer. I don't know about y'all, but as a Leo, I despise Cancer season. I despise it, but at the same time, I'm so grateful for it. Cancer season's always a doozy, right? Because it's like it's my 12th house technically, right? If I'm a first house in Leo, and it's Cancer season's always a whirlwind. So then to throw Mercury retrograde on top of it, and then everyone in the collective's like, what the fuck? Like, Mercury is reflective. It's about communication, but it's really reflective. It's a period to stop and slow down. And everyone always blames everything falling apart on Mercury retrograde. Oh, this person left my life during Mercury retrograde, or this happened during Mercury retrograde. But they're forgetting to see the undercurrent of it all, which is that person is leaving your life because they don't serve a purpose in your life anymore. Mercury retrogrades are actually about level up, if you think about it. Let's get a little flip of perspective here. Because those things that are being cleared out of your life are making space, right? Literally going back to what I was just talking about. All of this has been happening and brewing during this Mercury retrograde, which started at the end of June. And it just so happened to start right around when Jupiter went into Leo too, which there's no coincidence in that. But this Mercury retrograde is so powerful and so reflective. It's asking us to say, hey, this is coming up again. Do you want to take it forward with you, or are you done with it? And I also think it's so timely that Mercury retrograde is ending on my birthday this week. Thursday, July 23rd. I'm a cusp baby. But Mercury retrograde is ending that day. Granted, we'll be in shadow for a little bit. But I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that in those moments when I'm like, fucking shit's not moving. Shit's moving. But you have to make a decision. Are you going to carry it with you forward, or are you going to leave it behind? Person, place, thing, whatever it is. If your soul has been calling you towards something more, which I know my soul has been calling me towards many other things, it has not been calling me towards energy healing. And I'm human like everyone else. Sometimes I have to bang my head up against a wall several times for me to be like, I've been here before. What is this trying to get me to see? Oh, I've actually evolved out of this. I don't have to keep carrying this curse that literally has had me saving others for years. The martyr syndrome, that shit ran deep. And it's so cool to be able to look back at it and be like, wow, I love that version of me, because she just kept going. She was trying to save everyone and everything, and she didn't need to, but she was trying because she thought that's what she had to do. And really only we can just save ourselves. It just comes back to us. And so I want you to know, if you're going through a transition, if you're in a sticky period and you're like, I know I need to let this thing go, but I don't know how to let it go. Sit with that energy. Be with the emotions that come up. Allow it to flow through you. Because that's also what it's asking you. It's asking you to sit with all the emotions. Not push them away, not dim them, not save them for a rainy day. Face them head on. Feel them, move them through your body somatically, however that feels good for you. Shaking, dancing, screaming, whatever it is. Crying. Let them move. Move your body. Move the energy, because emotions are just energy in motion. And ask yourself what you truly want. This Mercury retrograde is asking us, what do we truly want? And are we ready to let go of the old thing so that that new thing can be brought to us? And to feel every emotion that comes with that. It's not lost on me, it's in Cancer. Cancer is a water sign. Cancer is emotional. Super fucking emotional. Which is great. It's energy in motion. It's being able to move that energy, which is a beautiful gift. It's a beautiful experience we get to have. And cultivating safety for yourself to feel that is part of it. And that's part of coming home to yourself. That's part of getting to know yourself on a deeper level. And so I encourage you to sit with the emotions, feel whatever you need to feel, and then decide what makes you truly happy. And allow that to flow into your life, because you deserve it. We didn't come all this way for nothing, fam. We didn't come all this way for nothing. And I feel like, Linz, I'm sitting here and I don't know how I'm gonna have time for that. Make time. Stop telling yourself I don't have time for that, and make time. You're the only one that can make a change. No one else is going to come along and do it for you. No one's going to rearrange your schedule. No one's going to wake up 5 minutes earlier to spend 5 minutes with themselves. No one's going to lock themselves in the bathroom for a couple extra minutes while they say their affirmations after brushing their teeth. You have to be the one to choose with everything. And no, there's no wrong answer. It's what truly makes you happy at the end of the day. But you have to commit to yourself. You have to be willing to commit to yourself. And just know that there's so much beauty out there and opportunities that are available to you. You don't have to keep banging your head against the wall. In fact, I encourage you not to keep banging your head against the wall, because it just kind of hurts. Oh, yeah. All right, fam. If you're in a deep transition, you're not alone. I'm sending you so much love. And yeah, feel free to drop me a comment, like, share, subscribe. Go find me on social media and tell me how this hit for you. Like, I'm always so curious where these videos end up, because I know they end up all over the world, and I think that's pretty fucking rad that I'm living in the life that I dreamt of years ago. It doesn't look exactly how I thought it would, but it's really fucking cool. Just take a moment for reflection today and be proud of yourself for how far you've come. Because not everyone can walk a fucking mile in your shoes, you know? It's pretty wild. All right, fam. I'll see you on the next one. I love you so much.